Whether you're investing in a franchise or in any business of any industry, if you do this one thing, it'll guarantee you success in business or in franchising. So many people are focused on marketing. I've got to do marketing, I've got to do ads, I've got to do flyers, but they're not looking at delivering an exceptional product or service. You're going to be in this forever chasing circle when you bring one customer in, one goes out. Why do you want to focus on delivering an exceptional service? Hey everyone, welcome to Courtside Conversations. My name's Emile, founder and owner of Little Boomers Basketball, and it's a pleasure to be your host today. Wherever you're watching today's episode, I hope you're having a booming day, and yes, the pun is intended. My journey to entrepreneurship started on May 1st, 2018 when I launched my first basketball program with 9 kids enrolled. Today, thousands of kids across Australia are thriving in our programs, all thanks to the commitment and passion of our incredible franchisees. This podcast is here to give you real, straightforward, no BS insights into business, entrepreneurship, and what it's like to own a franchise. Without further ado, let's get into today's episode. Whether you're investing in a franchise or in any business of any industry, if you do this one thing, it'll guarantee you success in business or in franchising. And I want to tell you a story that happened a couple of weeks ago. So every Wednesday at exactly 5 o'clock, I get a massage. It's my unwind, my midweek unwind routine. And I go every single Wednesday and I rarely ever miss one. As I'm getting my massage, halfway through the phone rings and there's only 2 masseuses at the time. So the person that was massaging me goes to take the phone and it's on speaker and it's an inquiry. Somebody wants to, get a massage today at 8 o'clock, and she was assisting and aiding the person. Yeah, we can do 8 o'clock. What's your number? What's your name? Went on for about a couple of minutes and then she comes back in and resumes the massage. And as I'm getting this massage, I'm thinking, this person left me like a great reoccurring customer that comes every Wednesday, books at the same time, to handle a new customer that might not even come back in the future or might just do 1 or 2 massages. And that's it. And when I thought about this, and this is not her fault, obviously the owner has only put 2 masseuses there to save costs to have a reception. When I think about it, she was so focused on taking that phone and getting a new customer in and not really taking care of the current person that she was servicing, right? And so many people, and now I'm going to tell you where I'm going with today's episode. So many people are focused on marketing. I've got to do marketing. I've got to do ads. I've got to do flyers. I've got to get this up. But they're not looking at delivering an exceptional product or service. And it's the old leaking bucket analogy. If, for example, you have got a product or service, right, and you start marketing and your product or service isn't that good and you don't get repeat customers, but you decide to invest a lot of marketing dollars in marketing and getting new customers in. Like a leaking bucket, when one customer leaves, you need to find another customer. And you're going to be in this forever chasing circle when you bring one customer in, one goes out, one in, one goes out, and you always have to be constantly investing in marketing. Rather, a better approach would be to nail down customer service and customer satisfaction, deliver an exceptional product or service, and once you have doubled down on that, then you fuel it with marketing, not the other way around. Too many people do the marketing, then they focus on fixing the product or service. Nail down your product and service and then focus on the marketing. You don't want to be like that masseuse who was leaving a great reoccurring customer like myself to go find a new customer. So why do you want to focus on delivering an exceptional service? Why is it important? Well, there's 3 main important reasons that establishing a great clientele and having great reoccurring customers does. Number 1, they're free. Every type of business has some type of repeat product or service. When you deliver an exceptional product or service, they will come back and it is free. It doesn't cost you money for them to come back. The second thing is when you deliver an amazing service, what do people do? They refer people. Do you pay for the referral? Do you pay for somebody to refer somebody? No, that is absolutely free. Doesn't cost you anything. And somebody else is bringing you a customer. And guess what? When you're trying to sign up somebody that's been referred, it is 10 times easier than signing up somebody that came through a cold lead. For example, if Joe referred Diane and Diane contacts you, I just got a referral from Joe, I guarantee you she's going to be so much easier to convince because she came from a trusted source. And the third reason, team, is existing customers, right, are easier to manage. They've got less demands. They know your service. They're happy with your service. They're so much easier to manage. When you're dealing with a new customer and they don't know how you work, they don't know your level of standard, they're going to require a lot more of your time and energy and resources compared to a customer that you've taken care of over the years. So those are the reasons why you need to be focusing on delivering an exceptional product or service. Now, a lot of you might say, yeah, I do deliver an exceptional product or service. I'd really want you to scrutinize that and say, do you? Like, do you actually deliver an exceptional product or service? Now, the best opportunity for you to really showcase your ability as a business owner to do this is 24 hours after the sale. So many business owners think when the sale has been made, money in the account, awesome. Yes, I've done it. Let's move on to the next sale. And that couldn't be further from the truth. The 24-hour window after the sale is the highest factor that determines repeat business. I want to say that one more time. The 24 window post-sale, right, is the highest factor that determines repeat business. It is so important that you have a great onboarding and multiple touch points, after the sale is made. Don't be one of those business owners that when the sale is made, they flock and they congratulate and they celebrate and they move on to the next sale. Now, every industry is a little bit different. So what I want to do is I want to give you an example in our industry, the children's sports industry, kids basketball programs. Hey, just quickly, if you're enjoying today's episode, it will mean the world to me if you can leave a positive review or share it with a friend that may benefit from this. I've also put some bonus resources in the description, including a real franchise case study that you can download under our Franchise Success Blueprint. Hope you find it useful. Enjoy the rest of the episode and rock on. Adios. How we deliver an exceptional product and service. I want to give you the exact blueprint of how we do it, and hopefully you can apply some of the methodologies that we use in your business, right? I'm going to give you two examples. The first one is a parent signing up for our 8-week program, for our basketball program, and the second one is what we do when we onboard a new franchisee. So let's talk about a parent signing up for our program. I want to give you this example. Our business is heavy on retention rates, right? So we've got a 20 kids maximum in a class. If you've got an 80% retention rate and 80% of your members re-enroll for the next term, you've got about 17, 18 kids coming back each term, and you only need to replace those 3 spots. However, if you've got a 50% retention rate, you've only got 10 members coming back and you need to fill up 10 other spots. Think about how many marketing dollars you need to invest to fill that up. So here's what we do to make sure we're delivering an exceptional product or service when a parent signs up. Immediately, they get a confirmation email right after the purchase from the franchisee's number, their email, everything, so they can have a point of contact, because parents want that reassurance of I can speak to someone and I'm not just going to call up a head office number and wait half an hour on the phone. So they get a confirmation email from their franchisee with their franchisee's details and all the location, the time, the class, where the venue's at, everything they need to know. Then 7 days before the first class, they get an email reminder because, people get busy. They get an email reminder 7 days before, hey, just letting you know your class is starting soon. Then when they come to the court, and this is very important, we've got the entire class set up. We've got the hoops, the cones, the basketballs, the ladders. Everything is set up so that we can give a great first impression. When a parent walks in with their child and they're about to start their first Little Boomers class, they see a court set up with 2 coaches already there to greet them. So the term continues, and halfway through the program, we do a feedback survey where we send out a survey to the parents. Hey, how's Johnny going? How's he enjoying the program? Is there anything that you would like us to focus on? And parents might say, oh, look, he doesn't get the ball much in the game. We'd love if the coaches can help him. No worries. So we do a feedback survey halfway through, not at the end of the term, because it's too late by the end of the term, halfway through to see if we can do anything to improve their experience with us. And then finally, this is the main thing, right? The franchisee is at the classes greeting their members. Hey, how you doing, Johnny? It's that personal touch. We don't see that much in businesses these days. Hey, Maria, how you doing? How's Johnny going? How's he going through school? How's he going in the program? Is there anything you want us to focus on? No, he's having great. Thank you so much. It's that personal touch that we don't see much often. And I say to business owners, don't contact your parents when don't contact people when it's time to collect money or to ask for a purchase. You need to have touch points where you're actually checking in on them, genuinely, right? And I told my franchisees, I say, guys, you shouldn't be contacting your parents when it's time to renew for the next term. You should be constantly contacting them throughout the term, seeing how they're going. That's what a good business owner does, and parents pick that up. So that's an example of some steps that we do to make sure we're delivering an exceptional product or service. Now, let's talk about a different scenario when we onboard a new franchisee. Now, this is like huge, because imagine you've just invested $55,000 in a franchise, the agreement is signed, and you've just paid the investment, and there's that 24-hour window, right after you've just paid that amount of money. You're probably a little bit skeptical. Is it going to work? A little bit nervous. As soon as that agreement is signed, the person or the new franchisee gets a couple of phone calls, one phone call from me, one phone call from our franchise performance coach, Greg, and everybody up in head office straight away, just to make them feel welcomed and part of the club. Then right after that, they do an onboard session with Greg, our franchise performance coach, to get their email, to get their number, their point of contact, everything to get going, all within 24 hours. Then they get an introduction to our franchise network, so they can feel like they're part of our family. They meet all of our franchisees, and they put a nice little welcoming video on our WhatsApp chat. They then get sent a welcoming gift in the next couple of days, a nice pack welcoming them. They get a scheduled training session. They start their online training session. Greg sets once a week catch-ups to make sure they're progressing through their training, and they get their marketing package delivered. Now, all of this, guys, is really designed to make sure that you are doing your part as a business owner, right? You need to make sure that you are ticking every single box to deliver an exceptional product or service. That way you don't have a leaking product. So remember, before you start marketing, before you start investing in Facebook ads, SEO, YouTube ads, I want to get a company to do this, make sure you double down your efforts on delivering an exceptional product or service, because these people they're free, they come back, they don't cost any money, they refer people, and they're easier to manage. And then once you have got a product or service that is literally on autopilot, people are referring others, and you're getting all these free referrals, then like fire, you want to add a catalyst, add the marketing, fuel it with marketing, and then you're going to have a powerful business. This applies to any franchise system and any business. Team, I appreciate you for watching today's episode. I hope you found that little nugget useful. Always remember, don't be like that person in the masseuse that's so focused on where the next customer is going to come from, and as a result, neglecting their existing customers. In my next episode, I'm going to talk about something that I'm hearing a lot these days when I'm speaking to people interested in franchising, and it's a fair enough question. And that question is, Emile, I want to be I know I'm hoping for the best, but what happens if this franchise doesn't work for whatever reason and I want to sell my franchise? How much do I sell it for? What happens there? I'll be addressing that question in my next episode. Take care. Have a great week.